Hello everyone! My name is Deckerlink, the trained unprofessional, and welcome to me being far away from the microphone. Hold on. Purple puppies, please, people. Yeah, a little better, hopefully. I don't know. Pop filter. Yeah, it looks a little awkward with it being cut off like that and all, but it's whatever. Welcome one and all to the Smoke Room. Now, you might recognize that font and the logo up there, or maybe not, I don't know, maybe the artwork tips you off, or whatever it happens to be. I'll go ahead and explain it to those who haven't picked up on it yet. The Smoke Room is a prequel to Echo. Echo is about to wrap up. They've got only one route that has not gotten a conclusion to it yet, and I have no idea if they're going to be doing a penultimate or, I don't know, I'm using that word incorrectly, I don't know the definition for sure. If they're having a final route on top of it all, I have no fucking clue. All I know is that with that wrapping up, as soon as things started to wrap up over there, that's when Adastra started, and now that's even closer, the Smoke Room's happening, which is to kind of give context to the earlier events. I believe this is that 1915, 1913, early 1900s events. I briefly glanced at the notes on the itch.io page, and it seems to follow the the original story that you kind of saw play out in Carl's route with his ancestor and the fox that they were doing stuff, but it wasn't accepted and whatever. We don't know if any of that is accurate. I don't know if my assessment of what this game's about is even close to true. I have no fucking clue. What I am looking forward to, though, is shutting the fuck up and getting into it, so let's just do that, huh? Let's just get into it. Here we go. Oh, seamless. That's cool. I always love a title screen that transitions right into the game. Tired. I'm tired of scraping by every day. I'm tired of hiding in the back of this whorehouse. I'm tired of the other broken, crumbling buildings around me. I'm tired of the work I do. I'm tired of this town. I'm just tired. No matter what I do, no matter how hard I try to change things, it just feels like I'm moving in circles here. Wow, the fucking theme right off the bat. I mean, they kind of established the theme at the very beginning of Echo too, but like, I didn't know because I hadn't fucking played it yet. So that's a little fucking interesting, isn't it? By the way, my shirt is green screening out a little bit because I keep wearing shirts that have green on them when I'm recording. What the fuck is wrong with me? An endless circle. That's what this shithole of a town is. But I'm getting out tonight. I glare out at the setting sun, wondering what possessed me to settle in this desert. Even with my undershirt off, I'm pouring sweat under my fur, and I can feel it trickling down between my shoulder blades. That's fucking gross, dude. I just got out of the shower. It'd make me feel like I gotta take another one. Thank God it's Sunday. Otherwise, I just have to hope my first customer likes that sort of thing. Oh. I've had a few, actually. I stand there for a while longer, finally deciding that the sun's set enough for me to start getting ready. I move from the balcony to the balcony. Fucking hell. Balcony to the hallway, then to my room. It's a nice room. Decent enough. It's actually really nice. I move around quietly. For some reason, the idea of what I'm about to do makes me feel like I gotta keep it all secret. Sure, they can't just keep me here, but I know they don't want me to leave. I pull on my clothes, buttoning up my shirt and pulling my suspenders over my shoulders. Then I stand quietly next to the door, listening. It's mostly quiet. I can hear the girls laughing and talking a ways away, probably down in the empty saloon. Good. Quietly, I make my way to the corner of the room, just behind the bed. Kneeling down, I work my claws between the floorboards, knowing exactly which one I want, because I've memorized the patterns of the wood grain. Jesus. I pull it up while pulling a face at the squeaky, groaning noise it makes. A loud shrieking sound from below makes me jump and freeze, listening. Then I realize it's just one of the girls laughing, probably drunk. Holding my breath, I stick my free paw down through the small space I've made between the floorboards and feel around. I keep holding my breath until I feel the 3 flat pieces of cold metal stacked on top of each other. Using my claws again, I pick them up, careful not to drop them because I've already done that, and the sound they make would bring everybody running. Slowly, I lower the floorboard again, feeling a little less tensed up, since I think they're drunk enough down there that they won't even remember I'm up here. I kneel there on the floor, looking at the 1 gold eagle and 2 double eagles resting on my palm pad. It's odd thinking that these 3 coins represent everything that I've been working for the past 2 years. $50. And if Jack really knows what he's doing, it's enough to get me the hell out of here. The door slams open and I jump a foot in the air even though I'm on my knees. Jesus! I managed to close my paw in time so the coins don't go rolling across the floor, clutching them into my chest as I freeze on the spot. Sammy! Enough hiding away up here. Come downstairs. What are you doing? So I haven't looked back, holding both paws to my chest as I try to get my breathing under control. I'm praying. I look back and see Cynthia giving me a look like she doesn't believe me at all. You pray? Also, I want to point out the art style for Cynthia here is really nice. Like, I know that with Echo, the goal was a little more towards realistic anatomy with just the slightest hint of, I don't want to call it cartoonish because for some reason that has a negative connotation, which I don't agree with, but it seemed like they were going more towards this is what an actual anthropomorphic animal would look like, but not quite all the way. Not quite all the way to, like, Blackgate levels. But here, I think, I don't know, I just find it more pleasing. A little more cartoonish style. A little more pleasant to look at, I don't know. Of course I pray! Well, I mean the down on your knees, clasp your paws to heaven kind of praying. I saw trying to sound annoyed even though I'm just scared she's going to see what I'm doing. I put 1 foot on the ground under me as I come up and turn to face the fox. I slide the coins as smooth as I can into my right pocket. Cynthia frowns as I turn to face her. You alright, Sam? You look a little shaken up. We're coming out the gate with expression art. I like that. I like that that's a thing here. Thank God the girl somehow didn't notice. And I finally feel my heart start to calm down a little bit. I fold my arms, glaring. Well, that's 'cause you busted in here without even a knock. Sorry about that. Just kind of forgot to. Me and the other girls don't really do it. I think the real main reason is that she's a bit canned from drinking down in the saloon with the others. I'll remember next time. Anyway, come on down. We're all having such a good time. I sigh and shake my head. Not tonight. Cynthia sighs. Oh, stop being so down all the time. Besides, we're, talking about you. That perks my ears up. Why? Well, you know, there's this weasel in town. He's from Batavia. And apparently he's made an appointment here. Fox bounces up and down excitedly, paws up to her muzzle. So what? Oh, Sam, he's from Batavia, first of all, and he made the appointment with you? I bristle. How do you know that? Well, I didn't look at the list. I would never, but Gabriel did. Fox grins again, and I push my paws to my face, sighing in frustration. You know how much trouble you can get into for that? You'd lose me my whole business if it got out you guys are snooping on my clients. Not that it matters anymore. Oh, shit. Did you break your neck? Jesus. Good old plastic bottle full of wine. That's how I had to get through this shit. Again, it wasn't me that did it. And it was a one-time thing to see who was getting the weasel. We didn't expect it to be you. Doesn't make it right. No, it doesn't. Now come downstairs. I sigh. No, I'm heading out for the night. This room's too stuffy. Think the evening air will do me some good. Cynthia gives me a look. One that I've seen more than I can count. Fine. But you should try to show your face around more often. That's the first step to building your clientele. She tells me all this like I haven't heard it 1,000 times before. But again, it doesn't really matter now. You know, mine are different. They find me. I can tell I'm wearing the fox out, and in her buzz state, she gives up on me quicker than usual. Well, I'm going back downstairs. You're always welcome to join us. Believe it or not, most of us like you. Yeah. As she's about to turn the corner, I suddenly remember how this might be the last time I ever see her. And thanks. I blurted out awkwardly, not used to saying it. And Cynthia's not used to hearing it, based on how she leans back around the door frame, a confused look on her face. Yeah, don't worry about it. You alright, Sam? I curse myself for sounding so damn suspicious, but I keep a straight face, shrugging. Like I said, it's stuffy in here. It makes me feel like I'm going crazy. But thanks for making an effort. Sure, Sam. Stay safe on those streets. I will. Cynthia disappears around the door frame, and I suddenly realize I'm sad to see her go. She's one of the few people I'm gonna miss here, aside from a few of my clients. I shoved the few bits of clothing and belongings I have to an old knapsack I found at the side of the road a few months ago. I take a last look around the room. My room, glad for once that I don't own much. It'll make what I'm about to do a hell of a lot easier. With that, I carefully make my way down the stairs, listening to my chattering coworkers as I turn the corner and take the back exit through the empty kitchen. Oh, Jesus. Old-timey echo, huh? Oh, shit. Is that time of night that the typical crowds of the day switch out for their typical crowds of the night? Ow, God. I'm getting to that length of hair where I'm going to have to start brushing it again. I did not miss that. Men talk and shout in little clustered groups in front of the saloons that don't bother with the Sunday law. In case you don't know. I know this pretty much only because I'm from fucking Kansas where they still have the Sunday law. I don't know about Illinois. I don't think it's the case, but in Kansas still, you can't buy alcohol on Sunday, which is fucking ridiculous. In 2020, they were still adhering to such religious bullshit as a law of the land. If you don't want to buy alcohol on Sunday, fucking do it. But why the fuck you making everyone else adhere to it? It's fucking bullshit. But I mean, hell, you can get fucking Hennessy at the Walmarts up here, so I don't know what the fuck the rules are. The streetwalkers. I imagine that's streetwalkers. The first typo of the smoke room, everybody! Yay! The streetwalkers stand in alleys and doorways, waiting for any of the drunk men wandering the streets to notice them. The lowest of the low. And even if I manage to find a spot in the most reputable brothel in town, I still feel like I'm one of them. I walk quickly through the streets, head down, paws in my pockets the way I always walk. It usually keeps attention away, even with my attention-grabbing white fur. I look up a few times, trying to make sure I'm heading in the right direction. Not used to this part of town. Jack wanted me to meet him near the mine, since he apparently needs me to help him with something before we hop the midnight train. Oh, shit! I feel a little thrill in my chest at the idea that by sunrise, Echo will be far behind me. I got a feeling it's not. Oh, fuck! On my way to a life on the West Coast where I can start over the right way. It's so sad knowing that is not how it's gonna go. I actually have to stop myself from skipping. Excited for the first time since I started planning all this. Still feel guilty leaving everyone behind. Madam Dora for giving me a place to stay and work. William and Nick for listening to me. Cynthia for being a friend. But everyone gets their chance to get out of this town someday, and this is my chance. If you miss that chance, then you miss it. And you're stuck. At least that's what I've been told about this place. True or not, I'm not gonna miss mine. The buildings become fewer as I get closer to the mine, the dirt road becoming harder to discern from the sagebrush-covered wilderness. I feel better, though, being away from all the light and the people. It makes me feel protected somehow. There is a small light ahead of me, and I know right away that it's Jack with his lantern, right where he said he'd be. Relief floods through me, having had suspicions that I'd been duped somehow up until this point. I'd only known the man for a week, and he'd approached me with the idea of pooling our fortunes to make a break for the coast. So seeing him now with his gas lamp held up, a grin on his face, it's really gonna happen. His expression is infectious, so I smile back sheepishly, raising a paw. Jack. Howdy, Sam. How are you this fine evening? Better now that I'm out of that pit. The older man claps me on the back hard, and even though he's a good deal smaller and less muscular than I am, it almost makes me stumble. And you'll never have to go back again. How's that feel? Take a deep breath. Good, I think. I don't really know yet. That's normal. I've done it a few times myself. Hopefully this will be the last time now that I've got myself a partner. The paw on my back moves to wrap around my side, pulling me into a side hug. I feel my spirits lifting a bit. If this man is always this friendly, then maybe our little partnership will work out after all. Even though he'd been my customer only twice over the past week, he talked to me about things more personal than any of my clients have, including William. He was understanding, witty, and on top of that, good at what he'd do before all the talking. Good at what we'd do before all the talking. He even taught me a few tricks that would help keep my other customers coming back. So, got all your stuff? Yep. I turned to show him the beaten up knapsack on my back. Ha! Not carrying much, are you? No worries. We'll build a life for you soon enough. And the money? I paused, almost panicking because I forgot for just a second where I put the coins, and I shove a paw into my pocket and pull them out. Jack raises the lamp, examining the eagle and 2 double eagles resting in my paw. He whistles. Been a while since I seen a double, no less 2. Good work, boy! Slaps me again, and I have to close my fingers quickly to avoid dropping them. I push them back into my pocket, prodding my fingers around just to make sure there aren't any holes in there that I don't know about. At the same time, I look up at the sky, guessing that it's probably about 9 in the evening. That would give us a few hours before the train comes through, though I want to be there as soon as possible so we don't miss it. Despite the relief I just felt, the thought of hopping a train soon has me getting nervous all over again. Last time I did it, I almost slipped into the whoa! The whoa! Oh, dude, it's fucking our little buddy over here, the guy that they were talking about who got his fucking legs chopped off. Oh, Jesus. Again, I gotta stop trying to fucking predict the plot here and just enjoy the goddamn story. I'm so enraptured in the world of Echo that I can't fucking stop trying to piece shit together. It's not healthy or conducive. So what was it you needed help with? Well... Jack sets his free paw on his hip, grinning at me again. I struck big in the mine. I frown. What? Samuel, I found gold in the mine! I stare at the other man, confused. How? As far as I know, you need stuff, machinery or something to get the gold out. How did Jack have that all to himself? He moves closer. See, this is what I wanted to tell you about. I didn't dig it up. Someone left some gold in a few bags, and they already done mined. I go on staring, hardly believing what I'm hearing. I know! Looks like they've been there for a long time. Just a part of the mine that no one goes to anymore. I think they just forgot about him back in the day. Jack starts walking up the path toward the mine, and I'm left staring after him for a few seconds before I quickly start to follow, trying to find words to say. But how could anyone forget something like that? I see the old man's bony shoulders lift up and down on a shrug. Who the hell knows? But listen, there's a bag of the stuff. I think it's enough to, well, let us live rich for the rest of our lives, like real rich. I'm silent, stunned. I can't believe what I just heard. How could anyone? Jack just told me he found something that could change my life completely. Not just move to the coast, but move there and live rich. That's something I'd never even considered. I'm quiet until Jack takes a left turn off the path and into a brush that even through the entrance of the mine is 100 feet straight ahead of us. I stand there on the path for a few seconds, looking back and forth between him and the mine. Jack! Come on, boy! We ain't got much time! I hesitate, then force myself forward, cursing as I start stepping on the sharp stones hidden beneath the sagebrush. Where are you going? You see... Jack starts moving up the side of the big hill the mine entrance is attached to, the slanted ground adding to the treachery of walking blindly through the wilderness. There's still miners in this main stretch of the mine, even though it's Sunday. This is why I left it there until now. We're gonna grab it and get the hell out of town before anyone can catch their dirty paws on it. Oh. I have to tug my tail free as it gets caught between twigs in a bush, making me grimace. Is it far? It's right here. Jack turns to face a slight outcrop of boulders on the side of the hill, almost hidden by the brush that's grown around it. He sets the lamp down at the base of the boulders, then starts jumping up to try to climb up one of them. Here. I easily pull myself up on the side of the boulder, and Jack chuckles as he lifts the lamp up toward me. I'm getting too old to do anything nowadays. Now I know that's not true. I set the lantern down next to me before reaching back down to lift Jack up by his paw. He pats me on the back again before grabbing the lantern and turning around. Behind the boulders is a little drop that leads into what looks like a small fissure in the side of the hill. What is this? Jack grins in the light of the lantern. Secret little back entrance. How the hell did you find it? Jack had only been working in the mines for a few weeks, yet he'd been able to figure all this out? Yeah, the others know. Just had to talk to him. Jack leaves the lantern on the ledge of the boulder before sliding down into the little space, turning around and reaching up again for me to lower it down to him. I slide down after him and immediately feel a gust of cool, musty air coming from the inside of the opening. Oh, I don't like this. It feels damn good compared to the heat outside. When I look down at the little tunnel ahead of us, though, I start to feel a little more unsure of what's happening here. Jack just goes on ahead, though, confident as he always is. So I follow him. Watch your head, Sam. You're big enough to get a knock from up there. I do as he says, glancing up and ducking under dips in the ceiling that come down every now and then. Come to a branch in our tunnel, and Jack immediately goes left. And then we go right, then right again, then... Hey, you know where we are. We could get lost. I know exactly where we are. Don't worry your pretty little kitty head about that. He's still got that cheerful sound in his voice, but it's getting me a little riled up considering the type of situation we're in. Still, he doesn't hesitate at any of the branches in the tunnel, so I have to assume he knows what he's doing. He works here, after all. Tunnels are a lot narrower than I always imagined them to be. I wonder if it's just the way the specific part of the mine is. Nick definitely wouldn't be able to fit through some of these passages. Jack comes to an abrupt stop so that I almost run into him. He's standing in front of a little opening in the wall, even smaller than the one we came in through. He breathlessly holds up the lantern to it, almost like it's holy or something. Here it is, Sam. Here it is. His excitement is getting me going a bit too, but I eye the dark opening with a frown. I don't think I'm going to fit through there. It's the same size the whole way through. You'll make it, but you'll have to turn those big old shoulders sideways. Oh God, I remember this! This is where we were fucking taken. Oh my God. Oh my God, dude. This is in the Leo route. This is, I believe, the Leo route where Brian took us. Oh, fuck me, man. God damn it, stop piecing shit together. He reaches up and pats my chest appreciatively before walking through the opening, able to do so without turning sideways. I shimmy through the opening, careful not to scrape myself on any of the jutting bits in the walls. The tunnel's a lot shorter, thank God, but the air becomes thick, a lot mustier. Now I completely believe, Jack, that this is some abandoned part of the mine, probably from when they first started it up. The lantern gaslight disappears for a moment as I realize that Jack has made it through to the other side. That's when I break through, finally able to breathe easy in the wider space we come into. Oh, that is the exact same fucking picture, dude. Looking around, though, it's just a tiny little hollow, smaller than the size of my room. There are a few things laying around, though. A shovel and a pickaxe against the wall. What looks like a tin cup in the corner. Finally, a few bags at the far end of the hollow, looking full and lopsided. I noticed that Jack's breathing heavy, and considering how we weren't really exerting ourselves at all, I can only imagine it's from excitement. There. Jack points to the bags, and I can see that even his paw is shaking. I swallow hard and start moving toward the bags. Really? They're all filled up? They're the size of my head, and it seems impossible that all this could be gold. Oh, something bad's gonna happen, man. Yes! Look at him! Oh, he's gonna hit us in the head with a shovel or some shit. Oh, fuck. Let a short little laugh that just comes out of me because I still can't believe any of this. At least not until I see it. So I crouch down in front of one of the bags, grabbing the drooping opening, which I lift up and spread open to peer inside. Rocks. Squint at them. Wonder if maybe the gold is stuck inside of them or something. That would explain the ridiculous amount. But I don't see any glinting. Anything glinting. I start to ask Jack to bring the lantern closer. Hey, can you? Yep! An explosion goes off in my head. Shakes my entire body, my entire world. Everything stops and I can't think. Actually, I am conscious of one thing. It's my teeth clacking together like someone just punched me in the chin. But it's coming from the front of my head. But it's not coming from the front of my head, it's from the back. And the world comes back to me, and I'm realizing I'm still crouching over the bag somehow, but my shoulders are all bunched up. My head leaned back, and like the muscles of my neck are cramping. I gasp really loud, like I'm drowning. I slowly bring my paws up to where that explosion happened. They go automatically to the back of my head, between where my neck and my skull meet. I just sit there for a second, confused as all hell, wondering if something fell from the ceiling as I go on staring at the bag. You big son of a bitch! Oh, and another explosion, a little higher, so that it hits my head and my paws. This time I feel my body go all stiff from the strangest way. My legs straightening out, which pushes me away from the bag and onto my back. And then I see my arms sticking up, paws reaching toward the ceiling. Like a goddamn brick shithouse! I blink at the sky above me in confusion, wondering why it's so yellow and dirty. Keep blinking at it, waiting for it to go back to the blue or black with stars, whatever time it is. I can hear someone next to me moving around, and I feel something on my hip, something tugging at my pants. Now, where'd you put him? He's mumbling over me, and I recognize the voice of Jack's. But what is Jack doing? He's fucking mugging you son of a bitch. Mine. I reach down to cover up my pocket, trying to ask him what the hell he's doing, but all that comes out is gargled moan that doesn't sound like me at all. No, pause down and I'll hit you again. Takes a second, but I manage to focus on the smaller man leaning over me, one paw fishing around in my pocket while the other holds a shovel. Start to ask again what he's doing, but then his paw yanks out of mine, and he lets out a little laugh that's so loud and high-pitched that it makes me flinch. There they are! I can't see what he's holding, but I hear the clink of coins, and everything comes back to me in a waterfall of confusion, hurt, and most of all, anger. I lunge up and grab at his arm, coming up far too short as a wave of sickening pain shoots through my head and down my back. He dodges me easily. Down, pussycat! I don't want it, but I'll give you another one if you don't just stay laying on the ground. Man moves away towards his lantern while I stay sat down, putting a paw to the back of my head with a moan. His shadow blocks out the light, and I realize exactly what Jack is doing. He's gonna try to leave me here, lost in the mines, while he takes off with my money, everything that I have. A snarl works its way out of my throat, and almost without me even thinking about it, I pounce in after him, just as he's about to pick up his lantern. My paws smash into his back, right between his shoulder blades. Like he kept mentioning, I'm a hell of a lot bigger than him, and he goes down like a broken matchstick, belly flopping into the dirt. Aaron loses breath before he can do anything else. I slam my fist into the side of his face as hard as I can, 4 or 5 times. He hollers after the first, but then goes quiet after the third, seizing up under me. I sit there on top of him, gasping for breath, still wondering what the hell just happened. As I stare down at Jack, as his fluttering eyelids and the blood coming out of his mouth, I realize how stupid I am. So goddamn stupid. Most people would have probably seen this coming a mile away, but I thought I knew Jack. At least as much as you can know a person in a week. I thought of so much gold, living rich, I'd been completely blinded by the thought of it. Jack starts to groan louder and move around more, so I reach over for his front paw, forcing it open and grabbing my coins. I clutch them protectively to my chest as I stand up, feeling a sudden wave of dizziness as I do. Stumble toward the opening, then rest against it for a moment, catching my breath, waiting for my blurry eyes to focus. Sorry, shit, I gotta drink something. The sharp pain in my head is gone now, replaced by a deep throb that penetrates all the way back, from the back of my neck to the back of my eyes. I reach up to rub at it again, and my paw comes away wet and bloody. I start to worry that I might be more hurt than I thought. I need to get help, have someone look at it, but first I need to find my way out of this damn mine. I start to push my way through the opening again, but then I remember I need the lamp. I turn around and find Jack already up, moving towards me, just 5 feet away, this time the pickaxe in his paws. Dully, I wonder if it's the throbbing, rushing sound in my ears that had kept me from hearing him, but I don't have to think anything else as he rushes at me, thrusting the head of the pick at my face. Doesn't say anything this time, just screams. I flinch and raise my paws, but I also let my feet go out from under me, and that's what saves me as I land hard on my rear and hear the metal hit the hard wall of the cave behind me. The drop sends a wave of pain through my head that's so bad I gag and almost throw up. Then to see Jack raising the pick above his head, ready to bring it down on me. He's gonna kill me. Even after what's happened, I find that almost impossible to believe. There it is, in front of me, the man I thought was my friend, silhouetted by the lamp's dim light, the muscles under his fur bunching up, a snarl of fury on his face. I scream, raising my paws to protect myself. Coins fall into the ground as the thought of being run through with a pick sends fear through me that I'd never known. Don't! As he's raising it, it knocks against the ceiling of the hollow, and Jack starts adjusting the angle of the pick. I know this is my only chance, and I push myself up off the ground at him, running into him while I grab at his weapon. He panics and swings too late, the wooden handle landing weakly against my forearms as I reach up to grab it. We both snarl and growl as I pin him to the wall, keeping his weapon above his head with both paws trying to lift it from his grasp. He's got a good hold on it, though. At least until he takes his right paw away and punch at my side. I'm so tense from anger and fear that I don't feel anything, and with one of his paws gone, I'm able to yank it from him. I stumble back as he drops down. He looks up at me. Our eyes meet. I bring the head of the pick up and smash him right in the forehead as hard as a goddamn. I bring the head of the pick up and smash him right in the forehead as hard as I can? Ugh! So this is the murder in the mine. The sound is deep and sickening, like ice cracking on a frozen river. When I pull the pickaxe away, his expression is completely different, his eyes empty and distant. He leans there for a moment, and his body suddenly spasms and goes ramrod straight before sliding sideways down the wall to lay on his back. See his paws twitch into fists, pulling up to his chest before he gives a big, heavy sigh. And he stops breathing altogether. Fuck! I stare down at him, my chest heaving, the pig hanging loosely in my paws. I wait. Jack? He doesn't move, not at all. Just from the looks of him, I can tell that he's dead. I keep staring, my mind still trying to figure out how I got here from just 10 minutes ago. But no matter how much I stare, nothing changes in front of me. Jack is dead, on the ground. I feel a chill run up my spine, and there's this feeling of dread that seems to start pulling up from the earth into my legs and up into my stomach. I don't know why, but I feel like I'm being watched. Like I just woke something up and it's watching me now. I drop the pick and back away from Jack, my nerve failing me, unable to crouch down to check if he really is dead. Despite everything I've been through, I've never seen anyone dead before. Shakily, I turn away from him, looking around. I need to get my money and get the hell out. If I get caught like this, the men here won't need much more of a reason to hang a whore like me. I reach out for the lamp that's been sitting on the ground peacefully this whole time. I'm still unsteady, still shaky, so when I try to lift the wire handle, I knock the whole thing over. Fuck! Instantly, the flame goes out. I stare in shock at the sudden completely blackness before fumbling for the lantern as if lifting it up is going to light it again. Instead, I touch the heated glass, making me hiss as I burn at the pads of my index and middle finger. The shape of a now dead flame burned into my vision as the only thing I can see now. No, 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 no. I whisper into the blackness, suddenly realizing how deep I am into all this. I don't know the way out to begin with, and now with no light. Try to keep calm, swallowing hard. I know straight ahead of me is the opening that leads back into the mine. Jack had said something about others knowing about this place. Maybe I could run into someone or just find my way out. We didn't walk that long, did we? I walk carefully forward, pause reaching out until I find the wall. From there, I paw around until I find the small opening that leads out into the main tunnels. Knowing I dropped the coins here, I go down on my knees and start to feel around for them. Please, please, let me find them. I whisper to myself, to God, at nothing, begging my paws to feel the cool metal. I can't have been searching for more than a minute when something suddenly glides up my spine like a finger being drawn up my back. Then breath in my ear. I let out an involuntary scream, turning over on my back and scrambling backwards until I come up the wall, a rod of pain sticking through my brains as I do. Jack! I stare wide-eyed into the darkness as the spot where I left him listening, my heart start to pound out of my chest. I've never been more scared in my entire life. Something shifts in the hollow with me, further to the right from where I'm staring. I flinch, ears flat against my head. Jack? I call out again, actually hoping that the man is still alive, that this isn't something else, whatever that might be. Because it feels like something else. A few moments of silence go by and I start to turn over, and that's when I feel something lean over my shoulder. I shriek in a way that I've never have before, scratching at the wall in front of me, desperately trying to find the opening. When I do, I force myself through, my shoulders scraping painfully against the walls. I don't understand. I don't understand. Something's coming after me through the tiny crevice, and it's not Jack. It's definitely not Jack. I burst through the other side, my face meeting the hard dirt wall of the larger tunnel, my head snapping back and leaving my nose stinging. I stumble to my right in the direction that I know we came from. I've never had trouble seeing in the dark, but this is complete, inky blackness. There's nothing for me to be able to see. Help! Someone! I don't want to scream that because that, on the off chance someone hears that shit. Fucking, that's... Ugh. I don't care that I might get caught anymore. I just need to get out of here. My paws swing around wildly, feeling the walls, feeling ahead of me. I can't hear the thing behind me anymore, and that doesn't matter. I just killed a man. And something I can't explain happened right after, and I just can't understand. I run into another wall hard, and I randomly pick the next direction, heading to the right again, still feeling around blindly with my torn-up paws. Finally, my wits catch up to me, and I force myself to slow down and stop making so much damn noise, so that I can listen. It's quiet. Whatever it was that was following me isn't anymore, or it's just too far away. But as I'm listening, I do hear something far back the way I came. A stuttered, rhythmic sound, deep and scratchy. I don't know what that is. It grows in volume, and I press myself back against the wall, paws up to my muzzle as I keep from breathing too hard. It's far away, but it's getting so much louder that it's echoing up the tunnel. They said the thing! Ah! Then, silence. I realize then that I'm crying. I try to keep quiet, the sobs hitching in my chest. I can't remember the last time I cried. I'm frozen. I know that isn't Jack. Jack is dead, and something else that was in the hollow with me. I just turn away from where the noise came from and start moving again. I'm walking this time, and even though the tears keep running down my face, I'm at least quiet. The complete overwhelming fear has settled into a dull, almost numb feeling in my chest. I aimlessly walk left and right. Each time I feel a new passage open up with my paws. While the sounds go away, the feeling that something is watching me never does. I think I wander for a few hours, maybe more. It's hard to keep track of time when everything's black. But I must have gone all night because what saves me is the sight of light pouring through the end of a long tunnel. The one we came through. I moved toward it on instinct, not even really feeling all that excited to see it. I'm relieved, but it's numbed, just like the fear. Holy cunt bag. Okay, so that was the first death. That was the seed that everyone, that fucking creepy redneck guy, that fucker was talking about. There's the diseased earth. I mean, it's possible there was something else under there, but as you know, the feeling is something coming up from the earth, and then the numbing is very similar to what Chase was feeling. So it's very possible that we just witnessed the inciting incident that cursed Echo. And I know that it was just a murder in the mind. That's all we were told. But goddamn, if you think about all the shit that comes about from that inciting incident, it does not feel like that epic of a thing. I'm not trying to say that it's not fucking dramatic. I'm fucking murder in the mind. Like that, and the whole scene obviously was tense, dramatic, and emotional. It's just the nature of inciting incidents. The flick of a wick, the spark from a lighter, nowhere near as fantastical as an explosion that could cause from that lighter. And you have to remember that, because just like that lighter, or like a pebble being tossed in a pond, the ripples will always be bigger than the original plink of the pebble going in the lake. Fuck! Fuck, man! Just fuck, man. I have no idea how much longer Build 2 goes, but I do know this episode's gone on for a while, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I'll probably record another episode right after this, and if it's like fucking really short, I'll just add it on. But either way, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I have been the Trained Unprofessional. Speaking for the... Wow, I almost went right into it, didn't I? So it happens when you say something so many times, even if you don't like it. You just fucking keep going, don't you? I've been the Trained Unprofessional, and until next time, bye. Bye. Y'all ready to go into this creepy shit again? Fuck, man. Oh, fuck.